Hagakure, your quirk has been developing very nicely since your work study.
Oh, thank you, Miss Midnight. I really appreciate that.
Though I have to say, that suit of yours is really well made. Kinda strange how the designers didn't make your gloves and shoes out of the same materials, though.
Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not wearing a suit.
What do you mean you're not wearing a suit?
Well, my hero costume is just my shoes and gloves, Miss Midnight.
So, you're not wearing anything except your gloves and shoes?
No, why would I be? I wouldn't be invisible that way.
I'm sorry, Hagakure. I have to go talk to your teacher about something real quick. Alright, so if I check my schedule, I can plan my afternoon nap around...
Shota Aizawa, you've been letting a teenage girl walk around completely naked all year?
Oh, well, so much for that afternoon nap. Alright, Midnight, what's this about a naked teenage girl?
Don't play dumb, Aizawa. It's not a good look for you. I'm talking about Hagakure from your class.
Wait a minute. Hagakure? What do you mean she's naked? I thought she had a suit.
No, she doesn't, Aizawa. Her hero costume consists only of a pair of gloves and a pair of shoes. Not only is that wildly inappropriate, it's dangerous. I mean, she has no protection out in the field.
Midnight, are you really trying to say that the costume department just didn't make her a suit? I was under the impression that the reason we couldn't see it is because it was made from her DNA, like when they made Mirio's suit.
See, that's a really interesting thing, Aizawa. The reason why we can't see her suit is because it doesn't exist.
Wait, so Hagakure has actually been walking around practically naked this entire time?
Now, do you see why I'm upset?
Yeah, that's a problem. Oh no.
You feel that? You feel that little bit of dread inside you? Never forget that.
Oh no. That explains the exam.
What about the exam, Aizawa?
Well, back during the exam, Snipe accidentally touched Hagakure in her chest area. And now that I know that she was naked the entire time, that makes that a lot worse.
Oh my god, Aizawa! I mean, Snipe already said that he was sorry and that he didn't mean to do it, but oh god, that is horrible. Could we get sued for that?
Okay, well, while you're dealing with that, I'm gonna call the costume department and have them fix this because this should not have happened. Wait, didn't your first hero suit have you naked?
I wasn't naked. I had a coat and a belt.
Hey, Hagakure, I promise we won't keep you long. We just want to go over some stuff with you. Yeah, sure, no problem. What's up? Alright, well, it came to everybody's attention that you don't have a hero suit, and that's a problem for a lot of reasons, and it was negligent on our parts not to do anything about it prior to this. And I've already gotten in touch with the costume department to make you a new suit. Wait, but I'm invisible. How are you gonna make a suit for me? Well, whenever the costume department made Mirio's suit, they wove his hair into the fabric. That way he was able to remain clothed whenever he was using his quirk. They're gonna do something very similar to that with you. So, is this just to get my hair for the suit? Well, yes, but also this is your suit and I wanted you to have final say over the design before we sent it in to the costume department. Really? That sounds great. Where do we start? I'm so glad you asked. I will admit, I'm more of a design over function kind of gal. That's why I brought in somebody who can help us whenever we're making designs. Really? Who?
That's my cue. Hi there, I'm Mei Hatsume, and I'm from the support department.
Power Loader says that she's pretty smart and she has incredible designs. I have no doubt that she'll be able to give us some great ideas for what we can do about your suit. Miss Midnight's right, Invisigirl, and I can't wait to show you some of my babies. Do you really think you can help me make a costume even though I'm invisible? I don't just think it, I know it. The impossible is just something you haven't accomplished yet, and I love me a good challenge, so you better bring it, Invisigirl. Well, I'd love to see what you can come up with, Hatsume. Totally, I already have a bunch of ideas from what Miss Midnight told me, and I can't wait to show you. Oh, I can already tell this is gonna be so much fun! Alright, so the first thing I wanted to talk to you about was your quirk. I know your invisibility is a mutation, but Miss Midnight also told me that you now know how to refract light through your body. Is that true? Yeah, I know how to refract light through my body. I call it warp refraction. That's awesome. I already came up with a prototype for a visor that lets people look for sources of light, and I think that would really benefit you and your quirk. But wouldn't it be visible? That's another thing I wanted to go over with you. How would you feel about me putting a control panel in your visor that lets you control your visibility rates? Can you do that? There's already Invisigear out on the market for underground heroes. We just need to adjust it for your quirk. Could you make the visor show my face? Like I said, Hagakure, the impossible is just something you haven't accomplished yet. Another thing we need to talk about is versatility. I know your quirk is very stealth-based, but you're also going to need some stuff to help you in combat. So, would you be open to the idea of maybe having a chest plate, some elbow pads, knee pads, stuff like that? The knee pads and the elbow pads sound great. And having some support for my chest would also be nice for once. Don't worry, I'll put in some padding for your chest plate. And side note, they're a lot more comfortable than bras. I know, I'm wearing one right now. No, wait, really? Do you have any in adult size? That we do, Miss Midnight, that we do. You want me to give you the hookup? Oh, I'm so glad Power Loader referred you. Don't thank me just yet, ladies. We still got a lot of work to do design-wise before we send in our stuff to the costume department. Let's go. Hey, sorry to interrupt. Is this where the costume redesigns are happening? Wait, Uraraka, what are you doing here? Well, it's just you were gone for a little while, and I asked Aizawa-sensei where you were, and he said that you were getting your costume redesigned. So, I wanted to see if I could get mine redesigned too. What's wrong with your suit? Is it inhibiting your quirk somehow? No, not really. It's just, when I sent my design in for the suit, I didn't want it to be skin tight. And then when I got it back, it was skin tight, and I just didn't want to make a fuss about it. But now that I know that you can get redesigns, is it okay if I talk to you about a redesign too? That depends. What's your quirk, girly? What are you talking about? We were in the cavalry battle together. Doesn't ring a bell. Okay, this is awkward. What ideas did you have, Uraraka? Well, for starters, padding. What kind of padding we talking here, girly? Okay, first off, stop calling me girly. Second of all, I really want some padding for my costume because my quirk is gravity-based, and sometimes I make myself float, and I can't always stick the landing. So could you add padding to my costume so that way I can at least have a softened landing? This is gonna sound weird, but are you a fan of 13? You give me 13 vibes. Well, believe it or not, 13 is actually my favorite hero. No offense, Miss Midnight. No, none taken, none taken. Well, the reason why I ask is, how would you feel about really leaning into your zero gravity thing? You could kind of go for an astronaut vibe with your costume. I won't lie, that's kind of what I wanted from my first costume. Oh, then say no more. Ladies, it looks like we got a lot more work ahead of us. Alright, Uraraka, I got a good look at your design, and the first thing I want to point out, color scheme, black and pink, beautiful color combination. Don't change that, I will be very upset if you do. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is, do you have any sort of tether for when you're using your quirk? A tether? You mean like a rope? Yes, like that. Do you have like a grappling hook? Something that you can use to attach yourself to something solid whenever you're using your quirk? I don't actually. That's a really good point. Uraraka also gets very nauseous whenever she uses her quirk. Hagakure, it hasn't been that bad recently. How are we feeling about an oxygen mask? I feel like you could really benefit from that. It's not a bad idea, but how are you going to incorporate that into the design without seriously obstructing it? Come on, Miss Midnight. This is me we're talking about. I can figure it out. Alright, quick check-in. Any questions or concerns about your redesigns? Yeah, I have a question, but it's about Hagakure's suit. What's it gonna look like when it's done? Don't you worry, Invisigear is pretty standard in the underground hero world. I just gotta adjust it for Hagakure's quirk. But if it's not gonna be invisible, then what's it gonna look like design-wise? What's the fabric supposed to look like? You know, that's a really good question. Whenever the suit is visible, what color is it gonna be? This may sound cliche, but
Could my suit be pink when it's visible?
What if you also made it holographic? That goes with the whole prism aesthetic. Uraraka, you're a genius.
Oh my god, I actually love that idea. Can we do that?
Oh my god, this suit is gonna be so cute.
Wow, we've made a lot of great progress this afternoon. I'm really happy with the way things are going along.
Yeah, totally. I'm kind of bummed that we're almost done, actually.
Yeah, I won't lie. This has been a lot of fun. I liked brainstorming with you guys.
Hey, sorry. Am I interrupting anything?
Oh, Yaoyorozu, what brings you all the way down here?
Oh, well, as class rep, I just wanted to make sure that everything was going smoothly.
What are you guys doing? Oh, Aizawa-sensei didn't tell you? We're in the middle of working on redesigning our suits.
Yeah, you're that creative girl.
That Quirk of yours is really something else. You must know a lot about materials.
Oh, that's nice of you to say, but I'm not that great at memorizing. I mean, most of the stuff I know how to make is because I carry my book with me everywhere.
Wait a minute, you carry a book with you everywhere? Where do you keep it?
When I'm not using it, I just usually have it behind me.
Ooh, butt book's not gonna do here. Come sit down. We're fixing your suit.
Oh, no, I promise it's not a problem. I don't want to be a burden on you.
Nope, no can do, Creaty. We're gonna fix your suit up for you right and proper. Now take a seat so that way we can figure out what to do.
Oh, come on, it's just a book. It's not a big deal.
Hatsume, do you remember how you said that you could make me a visor that lets me control my visibility? Do you think that you could make something like that for Momo that lets her use her book? Hey, it's not a bad idea. I could probably whip up a visor for you that has an AI built into it so that way you can just search up what you need instead of having to pull your book out.
Wait, really? You can do that?
Sounds a lot nicer than a butt book, doesn't it?
It does sound nicer than a butt book.
Alright, let's brainstorm. Oh, Momo, before I forget, here's some of the design notes that we took down while we were brainstorming. Wow, these are very thorough. Gives me a couple of ideas, actually.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear them. With Hagakure's suit, I noticed that you guys have really leaned into the whole prism aesthetic to match her warp refraction abilities. Are there ways that we can better focus in on that so that way we can maximize her potential?
Lay it on me, Creaty. What you got?
Well, I was wondering, do you think maybe we could incorporate actual prisms into her design? Maybe we could put some prisms on the palm of her glove so that way she's able to redirect the light in a more concentrated way.
That's not a bad idea. Maybe we could also put one on my chest because I also redirect a lot of light in my torso too.
That's a really good idea. It could also double as an emblem for your suit. What if it was heart-shaped?
Oh my gosh, yes, let it be heart-shaped. Can it please be heart-shaped?
Don't you worry, Hagakure, I got you. Nice idea, Creaty. What else you got knocking around in that noggin of yours?
Well, if you're curious, I also have some notes about Uraraka's suit.
Really? What ideas did you have? Oh, well, let me just say, I love the stuff that you guys have come up with. I really like that you guys are leaning into the whole astronaut theme for your suit. Because of that, I was wondering, have you thought about incorporating magnetic boots into the design?
How about I do you one better, Creaty? How about we make sure her boots don't just stick to metal, they stick to any surface?
Wait, would that mean I can walk on walls and ceilings?
That and more, girly. That and more. I thought I told you to stop calling me girly. Momo, I noticed that you haven't really said a lot about your suit. You've been really helpful with the others, but you haven't said much about yours. Are you sure you don't have any other questions or concerns about it?
No, I promise I'm fine. I mean, the visor was a wonderful idea, but I promise you don't really need to make any other changes to my suit.
I don't know about that. Excuse me? Do you have a problem with my suit?
Momo, I'm sure that what she has to say comes from a genuine place of concern.
Miss Midnight's right. I'm here to offer you support, Creaty. Literally. Because I think your costume needs a bra.
Excuse me, the reason why my suit is designed that way isn't because I'm trying to be promiscuous, it's because I'm trying to be functional with my quirk. How dare you?
Hey, I never said any of those things. I just think that your suit could have a bra built into it. I mean, do you have any support for your girls? Because trust me, you're gonna want some support for your girls. I'm talking from experience.
Well, it's just,
It would be nice to have a bra, actually.
My back hurts a lot. Oh, you are preaching to the choir there, sister. Alrighty, Creaty, let's talk design. Listen, I appreciate your help, I really do. It's just, I don't know how you can change my suit without seriously hindering my quirk. Well, off the top of my head, you could try wearing a crop top that unzips and a pair of shorts. That's actually not a bad idea. If anything, that actually gives me more space to work with. Yeah, and if you're worried about the zipper getting stuck, you could always use snaps or magnetic clasps. Not just in the front, but in the back too. That's another thing. Momo, do you really just use your arms and torso to make stuff? Do you ever really use your legs? No, I don't, actually. I never thought about that. You know, some knee pads and elbow pads wouldn't hurt. You could also have some pouches in your costume to carry food, like Almajiki and Fat Gum. Wow, I can't believe I never really thought about that stuff. Well, we're here to fix that. Alright, girls. I'm really happy with some of the work that we've done tonight. I can't wait to send this stuff to the costume department. Totally, I had a lot of fun. Yeah, so did I. I'm kinda sad that we're done. Well, I don't know about that. As our quirks develop, we're gonna need to make adjustments to our suits. We can always come back and do this again. Yeah, you know, maybe I should invite Mina next time. Yeah, I wonder what you guys could come up with for Sue. You know, Jiro might want some updates to her costume too. We could definitely come back and do this again. Well, I have to say, I had a lot of fun spending time with you young ladies. I can't wait to see how your suits turn out. Yeah, it's actually getting kinda late. We should probably head back to our dorms. But don't be a stranger. Come down to the support department so that way we can test out our prototypes. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll all see each other real soon. Hello? Is anybody here? Look, whoever it is, I'm in the middle of some... Creaty! What are you doing here? Hey, Hatsume, I'm really sorry if I'm bothering you, but I know we haven't really had a chance to talk because things have been so crazy lately, but how are you doing? I have a feeling I should be the one asking you that question. I'm not gonna lie, it's been really rough. That's why I wanted to come talk to you. Sure, what is it? Anything. Well, it's just... Do you think that you could add a mask to my costume? Momo. Of course I can add a mask to your costume. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Anytime, Momo.